Welcome to Discover Ramona, where we explore the people, places, and businesses that make it one of the best places to live. I'm your host, Valley, and I'm here with my co-host, Jan Ryan. Hi, Jan.
Hi, Valley.
It's a new year.
It is.
It's a great day. 2024 is looking good so far.
Yeah.
How's things going on your end?
It's going great. I'm ready for the new year.
Yeah.
Ready to hit it.
Yeah. And of course, our Ramona people, everybody's still out there. I know the holidays were really fun up in Ramona. There's a lot of fun activities and things like that. So, you know, I bet you were part of all those things that they were doing out there.
Oh, yeah. It was great. The Christmas tree lighting, everything else going on, the shopping, the local merchants. It's just a great place to be.
Of course it is. So tell us a little bit about some things going on in the market, some things you want to share with us today.
Well, what I wanted to share is I love January and February in Ramona because they start Hawk Watch then.
Say it again. They start Hawk Watch?
Hawk Watch. It's every Saturday from 10 for an hour or two and get there at 9:30. But it's near the grasslands. It's at the Bidegain Ranch, and that's 18528 Highland Valley. It's a private residence, so don't go there other than Hawk Watch.
Hawk Watch, okay.
Yeah, they also do the Ramona Art and Wine Festival there, but that's a side note.
Yeah, what is Hawk Watch? Is it literally like it says, you're watching hawks?
Yeah, it's literally that. What's super cool, it's in partnership with the Wildland Nature Institute.
Okay.
So the grasslands, which is right there, is a big preserve. And they have actual bald eagle nests there.
Wow.
Hawks,
really?
Owls, raptors. Yeah, it's really an amazing thing. So on Saturdays at 10 o'clock, if you go there, they have a naturalist on site that will let everyone know about the local wildlife there.
Oh, wow.
And they even bring, it's my understanding, maybe a hawk in, but
like up close?
Up close.
Wow.
And what I love about it, people come from all over. There's actually been hundreds of people that go to that. And what they do after that, after the presentation, you can go to Rangeland Road right by the grasslands, which is right there. You could walk there, actually.
That's really cool.
And they do the bird watching. They show them in the high-powered binoculars, and you can actually see all the amazing wildlife we have in Ramona and learn about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, because we go to San Diego Zoo and learn about that, and it's like a special time you have to be there, and there's just millions of kids, but this seems like more intimate.
It is, and it's right in our own backyard. And here is somebody, an expert, to tell us what we have right here. And people come from miles around to see what's in Ramona.
Well, I know, like, just as myself, if I see a hawk, I'm like, oh, we all stop the car. Like, you want to just look at it, you know, because they're rare. But how cool. Ramona never seems to surprise me with all the, like, you know, they have something for everyone in Ramona. You know?
They do.
What a cool little thing. So today we have a new guest.
We do.
Who'd you bring?
I brought Peter Bidegain with Reds Whites and Brews, and I'm sure everybody knows him, but I'd like everybody to know a little more.
So fun. Let's meet him. Nice to meet you, Peter. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Valley. Nice to meet you, too.
So you're owner of Reds Whites and Brews in Ramona.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Oh, geez. Well, where do I begin? I actually had a business in El Cajon about 9 years ago, and met a lady, moved up to Ramona, and loved the town, and decided that this is where I want to live. But I was still driving down the hill every day to go to work in El Cajon. I really didn't like leaving Ramona. I just loved the town so much. So I'd come home every night, complain to my wife. She says, you know, I'm really tired of hearing you complain. Why don't you sell the building in El Cajon and buy something up in Ramona and move everything up here? And I'm like, that's brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? So that's what I did. And so I bought the oldest building at the time in Ramona, and it was built in 1883, historic point of interest, teetering on the point of, do you bulldoze it or do you restore it? And I renovated it, and I'm sure glad I did, because I'm sure the community would not want to see it torn down. And it is an amazing building, and a lot of history with it. Decided to open up a beer and wine bar inside, which is like the perfect location for it. It's really, it's worked out.
Did you
Yeah.
have your
It's
vision right
amazing.
away? Like, did you know?
No,
immediately?
no. The first business, it was actually a building that had 2 suites. And one was an antique store that I had at the time, and a stereo store side by side. And I'm just sitting in my stereo store one day thinking, you know, I've been doing this for like 40 years, selling boxes, and I'm tired of it. It's got to be something better. And then I thought about 4 or 5 years ago, I went to a place, it's not there anymore, in Ramona called SoCal Beer and Wine. It was located behind an antique store, and it was like a speakeasy. Do you remember that place?
Love that story.
Yeah. Oh, it's a true fact. And I stumbled upon it with my wife at the time. We were just walking through this antique store, went all the way to the back door, and I'm looking at that back door. It's cracked open. I'm thinking, ooh, more stuff behind that door.
Yeah.
So I open up the door, and I'm looking inside, and my eyes adjust to the light. It was pretty dim. And there's a guy standing behind a bar with a glass of wine going, welcome. And I'm going, welcome? What is this, a speakeasy? He says, no, this is SoCal Beer and Wine.
Oh.
He says, we're a beer and wine tasting place here in Ramona. And I'm like, can we come in? He goes, yeah, come on in. Turned out that the antique store owner did not want his customers to come through the antique store.
Oh.
He wanted them to go around to the back door.
Okay.
What part of that did she not get? I mean, anyway. So we went in there, had a great glass of wine, and it just stuck with me. So fast forward 4 years later, all the different things I did, including buying the building, renovating it, sitting in my stereo store going, SoCal Beer and Wine. That place was really cool.
it.
I think I could do that.
Right.
Because he had gone out of business, and no one else had repeated a beer and wine location spot in Ramona. So here I am.
And what year was that? Did you open?
I opened up, it was December 2nd, tree lighting ceremony in 2016.
Okay.
And I was going to open up in January, like a month or two later, because I was renovating and fixing, and
Right.
everybody I was meeting, coming into the building and checking out what I'm doing, saying, no, Peter, you have to open up December 2nd on tree lighting ceremony. And I don't know if you know about that, but it's a huge event. There'll be thousands of people out in the street, and that should be your grand opening. I'm going, it makes sense, I'll do that. Boy, that was a smart move.
Yeah, you had to fast track your plans, I'm sure.
I did, and I wasn't quite ready. I opened up. I hired 5 of the cutest girls I could possibly find to be
Smart move.
bartenders, including my daughter. One of them was my daughter, my wife's daughter, and some friends. And we didn't know what we were doing, but it didn't matter.
Yeah.
People came in, and we didn't have a beer delivery system. There was no kegerator or anything like that. We were just cracking bottles. And pulling corks out of wine bottles and pouring, and everybody loved it.
Yeah.
Well, it's the ambiance too. It's amazing. I was telling Valley how cool it is.
Well, Barb and I, when we went into SoCal Beer and Wine, like I said, 4 years prior, it was really cool. It was very country, very Ramona-esque, I guess you could say. And we want to add a little patriotism to the whole flavor, because it was a place that my wife and I would want to go to and sit down and enjoy. And so that's what we created, and people like it.
So I've heard about you guys. I actually don't think I've actually ever been inside, but I've heard about it. So it's like we're already getting the buzz around down the hill about what you
that's
guys
good to
are
hear.
doing there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw that on your social profile that you guys do a lot of events and have bands and people. You do like a trivia nights and different theme nights.
Well, we decided during the week, since it's slower during the week, to come up with different ideas to get people to come in. And one of our patrons is a big cornhole player, and he said we could start a cornhole league on Wednesday nights. I said, let's do it. It's been a hit. We've had it for 2 years. And then right after COVID, well, during COVID, when we were shut down for a year, we decided to do stuff on Zoom. And one of the things we started discovering is trivia on Zoom. And so our trivia master on Zoom, Scott, decided to continue on with trivia once we reopened live in our store.
Wow.
And it's been a huge hit.
I
That's
bet.
Thursday nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to check that out.
Oh yeah, it's and you don't have to be a savant or super smart, or you just go there and have a beer, a glass of wine, and
Yeah.
have some fun.
It's something to do.
Something to do.
So you have cornhole, you have trivia night. I saw one of the nights you had emo night. I think you did.
There's so many themes. I lose track of them. The real big thing that we just started recently, well, I say recently, we started it in last March, a year ago, is our Music Alliance night, Monday nights. And so there's a lady that came into our town. She moved here from Nashville, Ashley Norton.
Mm-hmm.
What a great singer, performer, songwriter, and promoter.
Mm-hmm.
So she comes into our town and she says, you know, we need to get this music thing going on. I think, you know, we got the wineries where we're playing music and we're starting to get into some of the bars. So we started talking this year and a half ago about doing some type of open mic night at Reds Whites and Brews. And so I wanted to do a Saturday night because one of my competitors down the street was doing Friday nights, and I didn't want to compete with them.
Right.
So I said to Ashley, how about Saturday night? She goes, not so good. She says, everybody's gigging Saturday night, and there's nobody available.
Okay.
I go, okay, well, what night? She says, well, Monday.
Yeah.
And I was closed Monday nights at that point. And I'm going, well, that sounds great because I can reopen Monday nights. So that's what we did. And what a hit. We're getting people from all over Southern California coming up to our bar because they're hearing about it to play and perform on our open mic night. And every week is a different theme. The way it works is it's called dealer's choice. So if you sign up as the dealer or the host or hostess, then you get to pick the music genre, the name of the theme, and then people then sign up on your list as to who's going to perform and what songs they're going to do. And you only get 2 songs per performer. So we'll have like 10 or 12 or as many as 15 performers get on stage in this 3-hour window of time from 6 to 9. So you're sitting there listening to these great performers, one after another after another. It's amazing. Yeah.
There are some amazing performers. I mean, it really blows me away.
Ramona is a music mecca. Little did we know how many performers we have in Ramona, but not just song performers, but songwriters. They just released a CD of all Ramona songs, and that was fun. But yeah, it's one person said they feel like it's the next Austin, Texas.
I could see that.
And I'm like,
That's
I like
what I was
that.
thinking.
That's really
because
cool.
there's a lot of creative minds out in Ramona.
Well, a lot of people are moving there too, right, Peter? I heard to Ramona because it is becoming a draw.
Yes, well, Ashley is one of them. She came from Nashville. What's the other lady? I was just talking to her last night for our Music Alliance. Her name is Astra.
Oh, Astra. I heard
Astra
her
Keller.
music.
Yeah.
I was blown
Yeah.
away.
So here's a little plug, Astra, for you.
Yeah.
She is amazing. And she had played at my bar before, but for some reason I never got to listen to her. So last night I said, Astra, tell me what time your slot is. I want to listen to you. And I was just like blown away. She came here from, I think, Austin. Because she heard about it and she wanted to find a new place to live. She says, well, Ramona's the music mecca of Southern California, it seems. Really, it's amazing. No one expected this because 7-8 years ago when I opened up my bar, it wasn't happening. There was music at the wineries, but not in town, not on Main Street.
But it seems like there's been a collective collaboration of business owners and people, these entrepreneurial minds that have developed, right, like this music scene, this winery scene, this bar scene, and plus mixed with the tranquility of Ramona.
And art.
And the art.
That's coming.
You know what I mean?
A lot of art.
And how, just like, it's kind of, like you said, it's kind of becoming like this mecca out of nowhere. Nobody really saw it coming because it's Ramona, you don't expect it. You know, you expect that stuff in the city, not in the rural areas.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say Pete's Red Whites and Brews it looks amazing from the street, and you just want to go in, and it's an experience by yourself.
I saw the barrels. You have some like barrel tables and things that you.
Yeah, from the front, it doesn't look very big. A lot of people are fooled when they come in and they walk all the way through. It's quite long, and you go out the back side of the bar, and you go into this huge outdoor hay barn or beer and wine garden, we call it. And it's a real fun place to hang out because you're outdoors and there's no walls.
Yeah.
We have a nice live music stage for the musicians to perform.
And that's a perfect.
It's a perfect place.
Yeah, it's a perfect place.
I don't know of any place anywhere in San Diego County that has anything quite like it. So it's kind of unique.
Yeah, it is. I think there's places that have like tried to look like it, but you guys, what you've done there is really cool.
And it's so authentic, Peter, because I remember coming in and you were tearing into the building, and the authenticity of it is real. You found newspapers dating back to.
We had a lot of water damage when I first bought the building. The previous owner didn't really do a whole lot to maintain it. And so the drywall had to be removed because it was water damaged. And when I peeled the drywall off, I exposed the original barn wood of 1883, covered over with a layer of newspaper and a layer of wallpaper. And they did that for insulation purposes back in the day. They didn't have fiberglass insulation, all the good stuff. But anyway, so some of the wallpaper had separated from the newspaper, exposing the San Francisco Chronicle dated 1895.
What?
Excuse me, 1885. 1885.
Wow.
And a lot of people ask me, well, why the San Francisco Chronicle? I go, well, the building was built out of 100% redwood.
Yeah.
Where does redwood come from?
Northern California.
Northern California. So it was put on a boat, a train, whatever, and somebody probably jumped on that boat or train with a newspaper, and the newspaper made its way all the way to Ramona, and it was time to plaster it up on the boards. Oh, I got a paper I brought from San Francisco. I might as well use that up, right? That's the only store I could think of.
Yeah, that's a really cool story.
Yeah.
I mean, how cool is it to have something so, gosh, it's antique of the building itself, right?
Well, the good thing is one of the headings of the newspaper is there, and it has the date on it. So that's what really makes it authentic.
Yeah.
Really cool.
I gotta hop in there.
Yeah, and there's a lot of other things that have popped out of the building quite unexpectedly that were kind of cool.
I bet.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about owning Reds, Whites, and Blues?
Oh, the people. Meeting the people. It's just, I'm a fairly social person, but being in a stereo store, you don't meet a whole lot of people. This is a whole different ballgame. The floods of people that come
family,
in.
Right?
I'm sorry?
It's like family.
It's like, completely like family, community, all that. And the friends that we have met in the last 7 years is unbelievable. And my wife gets the benefit of it too, because she sure enjoys it.
So a different type of ball game than still in stereos.
Can you imagine sitting behind a counter and waiting for somebody to walk in the door to buy a box? It's like,
It's like you're living,
Yeah,
because you're just enjoying people, and you get to do what you love, but with people that are quite, enjoying.
Yeah, and when I first started the bar, I started talking about it, and people were so excited, like, oh, we need this in Ramona, so, got it started. I'm working in the bar, because it's me and really one other employee. The two of us were running this place. And it was getting busier and busier, and it's like I kind of relegated myself to washing bar glass.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't really fast enough to serve the customers their drinks, and run the point of sale system. So I said, but I'm good at washing bar glass.
Yeah.
So I'll stick with that. And then I hired a manager, and she, you remember Allie?
Allie, I do.
Allie looks at me, she says, Peter, you're fired. Get out of the bar. You're too slow.
Yeah.
Because the problem is I'd be washing bar glass, but somebody would come walking in and go, hey, Peter. I'll go, oh, yeah, hey, how you doing? And we struck up a conversation. Nothing get done.
You gotta know your strengths,
Yeah. So I got kicked out of the bar. So now I work behind the scenes.
Good.
Fixing stuff and whatever I got to do.
But doing what you do best.
Yeah. And especially at nighttime when I don't have to work, but I can hang out with my friends and drink a beer.
Yeah.
That's most important.
It is.
Especially for...
I shouldn't just say beer, wine, because that's the other thing that we specialize in. We do 100% local Ramona wines.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah, and we've done that from the beginning. We try to do local beers, like San Diego County beers, but way too many beers all over the country. So we've expanded out to the whole country on our beer selection.
I love that about the wines, though, just local to
100% Ramona. Yeah.
Why not? I mean, there's plenty of wines.
There's plenty of wine. Yeah. And so we represent at any given time up to 14 vineyards in Ramona. So, which is kind of cool, because during the week when the vineyards are closed, they can at least come to our bar and taste the wines. And a lot of the vineyards will send their customers to us during the week.
Yeah, if we're closed.
Yeah, if we're closed,
go
to Reds. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I missed it. I went through it. So much was going on, but you opened a whole new section.
Yeah, that's been a antique store for the whole time, and housing all of my antiques I've collected ever since I was a kid.
Wow.
And I decided to kind of get out of the antique business. It wasn't my thing, but it was also a very good storage facility for my antiques. So a great retail space, and it wasn't being utilized. And so I turned it into, I call the Reds, Whites and Brews Mercantile. So now people can walk in there. I sold off a lot of the antiques through an estate sale. So now there's room to walk in there with your beer and wine, check out some of the antiques that are still in there. There's a couple of games in there you can go in and play.
Okay.
Or just sit at a table and chill out with your friends and have a beer and a glass of wine.
Oh, fun.
It is good. Yeah, it's
Just
really
what
cool.
they didn't do at the first place. What was it, SoCal? They didn't bring them through the.
Well, that's
through the
because
store.
that's
Missed the marketing.
She didn't understand how important it is to have a beer and wine customer walk through your antique store, especially on the way out after
Yeah.
they've had a couple drinks.
Yeah, that's been not a bad idea. So you're open 7 days a week?
No, we're open 6 days a week. We're closed Tuesdays.
Okay.
Yeah, and if we come up with another theme for Tuesdays, we'll
Somebody
open.
in Ramona right now is plotting.
Oh yeah.
Planning
yeah.
of-
Many.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we came up with an idea. We were thinking about maybe starting a dart league, but that's still in the works.
Okay.
We'll see.
Dark league.
Dark.
Like dark brews?
Dart.
Dark.
Oh, dart. I thought you said
Dart
dart
league.
too.
Yeah. Dart
That'd be
league.
fun.
And
Yeah.
you do a wine club, or you do a lot of activities.
We have
with-
we have a brews club, and we have about 200 members. And the people who come into the bar who belong to the brews club have their own personal mug with their name on it. We keep in the bar, all washed up, ready to go. So when you walk in, we grab your mug, or if I can't find it, I'll ask them to find your mug. Anyway, they get to experience that. The 25, let's see, the first 25 beers they drink, they get a Brews Club hat that says Brews Club. You can't buy that, you got to earn it. 50 beers, you get a shirt. I think at 100 beers, you get a bigger discount. You get the discount right off the get-go when you join. You get 10%, but when you get to 100 beers, you go to 15%. And then when you get to 200 beers, then you get your own beer stein of your choice.
Nice.
And somebody will bring in like a big 32-ounce stein. Of course, we're going to charge you accordingly for how much beer we put in it. But
It seems like you're the making of like a local Cheers, you know, where everybody knows your name.
yeah,
You show up and
I kind of,
you get your spot where you sit every
yeah.
time. And
But I don't want to take anything away from one of our really nice bars in town. Cheers is
there is
a Cheers.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
They are right at the beginning of town when you first drive in, and it's a cool little place. And so I don't want to.
But your spot is where?
We're on the other end of town, which is called Old Town.
Okay.
So when you first drive into the south end of, I guess it would be what is it, southeast? Main Street goes at an
Southeast?
angle.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, we'll call it the south side of town when you first come in, and then if you drive all the way to the north end of town, before you exit Ramona, we're on the left.
Okay.
And that's
Oh,
called
wait,
Old
okay.
Town.
I've driven
Yeah.
by there.
You can't miss it.
Well, my friend pointed it out to me when we drove by there.
If
She
you
said,
know,
we gotta go there.
if you know the main stage,
Yeah.
it used to be a movie theater with all the neon. I'm right across the street.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
Great
now it's all
location.
registering.
there. So no excuse not to come.
I know. I'm just
You
down
have
the
to
hill. I know. Is there anything else? I did want to know how you guys met. How did you run into each other?
Ramona.
Oh man.
Oh, well, Jeff sold you the building, but that's not how we met.
Um,
I think I just checked out the store. What's going on here?
Yeah, I think it was just, so Jan's husband, like she said, sold me the building, but we had even met before that, believe it or not. When I was still in Oklahoma with my stereo store, I sent Paul, my installer, up to your house to do
wow.
some.
That's right. That
Yeah.
was from you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
And somehow we met
Yes.
during that, but it was very
That's
brief.
right.
But once we got the business rolling, we got to see each other at events. A lot of
Yeah.
times we go to the restaurant, the local barn restaurant, which is one of our favorite places to go. And I always see you there.
Absolutely.
Because she likes to
Love
line
it.
dance, so she's there
I
Thursday
love
nights
that.
line
You
dancing.
do. And
Yeah.
the food's good.
And the
I
food's
know.
good.
I know she's out and about because she knows a lot of the business owners out in Ramona. So I'm
Yeah.
like, Jan's got to have been there many times, right?
I'm out bugging everyone.
Are,
Yeah, yeah.
How far are you on the beer club? Are you on the beer club yet?
I was going to ask, is that cumulative or is that like in a month?
She wants
No,
to
it's
know.
it's cumulative. You know,
She wants
you-
to know if she can get back points. Back
I've had a couple of customers where they've been in my bar for a year and they've probably drank 200 beers easily, and they're going, "You mean if I would have joined, I would have already been at 200 beers?" I go,
Yeah.
"Yeah,
15%.
Well, do I get the?"
No, we gotta start now.
And they get their sign. I go, "Nope, you start from zero."
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's the fairest way to do it. You gotta
Yeah.
keep
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, but we have people that do that. Oh, we also have our Brews Club excursions. We do a party bus to the Padre game
Wow.
every year. Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's fun. And we also do a party bus to the Gulls game.
Okay, you have a lot of energy.
I
all
have a lot of
these-
help.
Enthusiasm.
I have a lot of help.
Enthusiasm.
enthusiasm, energy, like you
I
just-
have the ability to listen and say, okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people come to me with some really great ideas.
Yeah, I bet.
And that's such a common great theme is when you listen to people. Hey,
Yeah.
we'd like this or we'd like that.
Well, when Allie, my other manager, first came to me and kicked me out of the bar, she had so many great ideas, and she was really well connected with the wine industry in Ramona. So she was able to really bring a lot of good wines into our bar. And so I listened to her a lot, and it really helped evolve Reds, Whites, and Brews. And then when she got that opportunity to move to Texas, and Letitia took over, she was my assistant manager at the time, Letitia had this new energy that Allie, I shouldn't say Allie didn't have, it's just different. And it was great because she had all these cool ideas, and we implemented a lot of them.
Well, I think that it sounds like an amazing place. I'm regretful that I haven't been there yet, and I should. I have no excuse. I can't, every time I have a Ramona guest come in, we think, gosh, I need to go there. Mm-hmm. You know? Like, everybody's businesses up there just sound so fun, and all the things that you do and give back to the community is amazing.
Well, we sure enjoy it, and again, love the people, and I can't see myself doing anything else.
Yeah. I can't. You're made for this.
I think so.
And it's a great asset to the community. Thank you for that.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Well, it was so lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for being
Same
on the
here,
show
Val.
and sharing. And we'll stop by soon. I'm sure our viewers will pop in and check out the bar.
That'd
And
be awesome.
thank you for being here.
For sure.
Thanks,
Thank
Jan.
you. Thank you.
Welcome. Thanks, Pete,
Thanks,
for coming.
Jan.
Appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Thank you guys for watching Discover Ramona, where we explore the people, places, and businesses that make it the best place to live. We'll see you next time.